And so we begin Friday. Nice and sunny as it has been most of the days. What am I talking about? I've only been here for 3, but nice and beautiful yet again. And here we are on day 3 of 4. And it feels like we've just absolutely flown to day 3 already, but that's the marvellous thing about travelling. I think there's something for everyone, wherever you go. If you're someone that prefers slower travel, doing nothing, I say doing nothing. Sometimes doing nothing is part of the holiday, it's just to relax. And if you're the type of person that likes to stay in a resort, an all-inclusive maybe, there's plenty of that around. Here especially, there's loads. But also, I think the best part is, anywhere you go, even places like this where it's primarily resort-based, you stay in a villa, you've got the beach, that's kind of the limit of, or so you'd think that's the limit of this place, but it's not at all. Because wherever you are, you can always find what you want. If you're one of those more active travellers, which I'd say I personally am, although I've enjoyed this slower holiday, but there will also be, if you care to look for it, something more exciting to do, something more scenic. Go do a hike, something like that. What I was trying to say in short, but accidentally saying it the very long way, was travelling is a beautiful thing because everyone can do it to their own tastes and accords. Whatever you like, there's somewhere in the world for everyone. And here I am enjoying a refreshing glass of milk, because although some might think this is disgusting, I'm certainly not someone that would agree with that statement. So, we've just enjoyed a delicious lunch of chili con carne, another meal cooked by our host, which has left me very comfortably full. And now we're just relaxing in the meantime, because we're headed out to dinner with them later on at about 6. So we've got a good few hours until then to do whatever we so please. I think I might go for a swim, and maybe I'll take a walk to the park, because they've got this like gym equipment for calisthenics and whatnot. So I'll get a good workout in there, burn off all this food they've been feeding us. But yeah, in the meantime, just enjoying the sunshine. And so I've decided to come on a walk, like I said I would, down to the park, which, I don't know, I'm estimating it's maybe 10 minutes away, if that. It's not too far, because we're staying, not that means anything, but just over the hill. And then it's a short walk down one road, down this road. It's a very lovely walk, and it's beautiful weather, which is probably helping that. But yeah, on our way to the park, gonna do a quick workout. Nothing crazy, just can't stay slacking on holiday. Yes, we're resting, but got to keep the muscles active. Can't let them go dormant for too long. A swim doesn't appeal to me so much. I'm glad I did it once, but it does appeal to me a second time, but I feel I've left it too late, as the peak time to do it is when the temperature's at its highest, which is about 2:30, 3 o'clock. And it's about 5 p.m. now, so the temperature's only on its way down, which isn't the most appealing to get into a very cold pool. But that being said, the sun is out, so maybe it's not a terrible idea. But I'll have to think about that one once we're back. And by the time I'm back, we might be going out to dinner anyway, so it might sound like an excuse, but hey, plans are in the way. Lemon farm around here. Lots of lemon trees. Who knows? Let's test. Now, I'm no expert. Tell me, guys, does that look ripe? I personally wouldn't say so, but also I'm no lemon farmer, so I'll talk to you guys once I get to the park, and I'll show you what the setup is. Estamos aquí. We've reached the park. It's not much, but it's got some dip bars and some places to do some pull-ups, so it's suitable. It's all I need. And what a beautiful place to be able to rest between my sets. Got some gymnastic rings. Won't be using those. But look at this lovely green area. Sunshine, shining. Yeah, it's stunning. Birds all flying around the bushes. And a dog walker. And so after that workout, I walked to my granddad's house and met my dad there, where we relaxed for a little bit before heading back to the apartment, just in time for our hosts to take us out for dinner to a restaurant that was about a 20-minute drive away. And it was a beautiful drive. And after a lovely meal with them, we then drove back through the night, admiring the lights of the town, glimmering through the darkness. Oh, so cold. But I had to swim stealthily so as to not splash about and wake anyone up. Oh. Gosh, that was cold. But it's so stunning out here. The moon is fully shining. It's giving me all the light that I need to do a swim at this time. It's so bright. That was so cold, but I feel invincible after that swim. That was incredible. I definitely recommend doing that. Hyping yourself up and getting over that mental voice that's telling you you can't do it. And all the excuses there will make up for you in the time. They mean nothing. So cold. But hey, we did it. It's done. Good morning again, guys, on our final day of this trip, and the sun is shining. However, the wind has returned, almost as if it left us alone. I forgot I locked the door. It's almost as if it left us alone for the entire trip to allow us to enjoy it. And then it's returned. Right back again on the day that we leave. But yes, if you can't hear it through the microphone, it is very windy outside. You can't see it a great deal, but I can hear it in the trees. And well, I can hear it all around, to be honest. But yeah. Beautiful morning though, nonetheless. Just about to have some breakfast. And the plans that we initially did have for this morning and today, up until early afternoon, were cancelled because of the wind. Because on our way here from the airport, it was super windy, just like this. And there was massive balls of tumbleweed just blowing across the road, and cars were hitting into them, cars were getting scratched. It wasn't good. And it being a rental car, we obviously don't want to return it damaged, so we're going to give it a miss, because it's an hour and a half drive away where we were going, which is almost double the time that we are from the airport, so not worth risking getting the car all scratched up to return it today. So yeah, unfortunate. But yeah, for now, that's all, I believe. It's very sunny, as you can tell, and you can probably see from my puffy hair that I've just woken up. We're definitely going to go out and do something, but what, I don't know yet. But I'll keep you updated, of course. It would seem I've given myself no option other than to go back in the pool. Oh, no, tell a lie, they've got a net. Thank goodness for them having a net. Because, I don't know if you can see that there. They're my swimming shorts. I left them out here last night because when I went for that swim, I left them on this chair because I didn't want them to get, it was too inconvenient to walk back through the apartment soaking wet and drip all over the floor. So I got them. Thank you very much. Here we are, out of the net. But yeah. Well, at least I've got them back. My dad pointed out something obvious, that there are no clouds. But yeah, we're just headed out. And so we drove on over to the park that we visited on day 2 of this holiday, and the sky remained cloudless. But to change things up, before we stopped at the park, we visited this beach en route, which was incredibly beautiful with the weather that we'd been given. So, as you can see, we arrived at the park with much better weather than before and a new agenda, because the park is much bigger than we previously thought. So, we headed to this site with cool ruins. However, when we got there, it was closed. You can't see the sea a great deal. It is mostly just more woodland, but it's still stunning. Still a great view. You'll have to excuse the crazed hair from the wind. But yeah, I'm not sure what we're up to now. We might find somewhere else to go. I believe it's birds. So, although the site that we came for was closed, I think it was a blessing in disguise, because it only led to more walking around this incredibly beautiful park on such a sunny day. I may have to shout over the volume of the car being cleaned, because we've just taken it to get washed and refueled before we head back to the airport. But since I last spoke to you guys, we've We went to the supermarket to pick up some bits that my granddad was asking for. And what else did we do? Oh, we had a very early dinner at a restaurant quite close. We had a very early dinner at a restaurant quite close to the supermarket. And yeah, that was nice. Very early dinner, but should see us all the way through until we're home, I hope. But yeah, on our way back to the airport now, and yeah, I guess I'll see you at the airport. And once again, we reached the end of our trip, just before we're getting on the plane. It's been a nice and relaxed one, and I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. And I'll see you on our next adventure.